I'll sing song, small song.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Bhava Bhaya Harana Vandita Charana. Bhava Bhaya Harana Vandita Charana. Raghukula Bhushana Rajiva Lochana. Raghukula Bhushana Rajiva Lochana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Adinarayana Ananta Shayana. Adinarayana Ananta Shayana. Sachidananda Sri Satya Narayana. Sachidananda Sri Satya Narayana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Achyuta Keshava Harinarayana. Bhava Bhaya Harana Vandita Charana. Bhava Bhaya Harana Vandita Charana. Raghukula Bhushana Rajiva Lochana. Raghukula Bhushana Rajiva Lochana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Nagendra Kenya. Hare Krishna, dear all devotees. Welcome to our Vaishnava Etiquette session. This is very, very important for all of us to progress in a spiritual and in devotion, because we need to understand what can be done and what cannot be done, and if it can be done, how we can be done. And if it cannot be done, then why it cannot be done. So we need to understand that. That is really important for all of us. And we'll do the quick prayer. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in the last session, we discussed about the blasphemy of a devotee, like a Vaishnava Ninda, Vaishnava Aparada. So we have to be very careful there. And today we are going to read the correcting devotees and accepting corrections. So can someone read Mataji's or Prabhuji's?
Can I read Prabhuji?
Yes.
Correcting devotees and accepting corrections. Correcting devotees. There is a difference between criticism and correction. A devotee realizes that criticizing a Vaishnava pollutes the heart and impedes spiritual advancement. To correct a devotee, one must be non-envious and desirous to practically assist the devotee in his Krishna consciousness. See, in a position spiritually or managerially which justifies and or necessitates such intervention, or be personally requested by the devotee to help him in his difficulty. The devotee offering correction must be practicing what he preaches. Do you want to continue, Prabhuji? Okay.
No, we'll go through that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So.
Okay. Regarding some misbehavior that we have to check by training peacefully. Your attitude of tolerance and kindness is very nice. So train them in this way. Srila Prabhupada letter to Bhavananda. Okay. Yes. A new man may commit blunders in the beginning, but that does not mean we may be too impatient with him. After all, training means the man does not know, so you should train him nicely. A Vaishnava is expected to be humbler than the blade of grass. So when you train some new man, you should not get agitated with him. After all, we are preachers and we do not expect our audience or candidates completely respondent to our call. If everyone is trained already, then what is the use of our preaching?
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here, when we are, this is the dealing with the devotees. So we deal with the devotees one another. And in this process, there are the two things it can happen, right? One, we see some, some mistakes in other devotees. And at that time, so how can we correct them? So this is the one thing. And others also can see it. See, when we are seeing some mistakes, something, not doing rightly, not mistakes, or some, not doing a proper way. And others also are going to watch it. This is very, very important. But when we see that I am doing right, then we never learn it. So this is very, very important. And when we, at the time of correcting, there are the two ways to correct it. One is depending on the relationship, right? If we do not have that relationship, that kind of relationship where we can correct them, then the best thing is, we can speak to, their, Shiksha Guru or someone who have a good relationship with them, right? And when time comes, we need to correct them, then this principle need to be followed. What is that? We should not be envious on them. That means we have to establish a friendly relationship. And the other thing is we need to practically assist the devotee for his benefit in his Krishna consciousness. Because when we have the intention, because while correcting, while serving, this is very important. Very, very important. What is our intention? Our intention is like kind of envious because of some time ago, he might have said something to us. He came to correct us. Then, now we can go and correct him. That is not the right attitude. So, we have to go and help him because we are the preachers. And then, what is the next one? He says that, and if that person is in a difficulty and he is asking some help, we have to go and help them too. So when he sees that, though we have not good connection with him, but sometimes he asks some help, and we have to go because he is not our enemy. Because if we see this enmity and all that, then we stuck in our bhakti, right? So anything in a bhakti, envious and jealous, these are the completely, Krishna will not be happy with this. Envious and jealous. So these are the very dangerous in our bhakti. So that's what, but we have to train them. See, no one is, when the beginners come and they all do the mistakes. But being a trainer or as a Shiksha Guru, we have to be tolerant. And a tolerant doesn't mean they continuously keep doing it. No. We have to make them, this is not the way. We have to, train them and teach them, help them. So, with a friendly ways only. And the other side also, we are teaching them, since he is correcting us, that means, we should not take that as why he is correcting me. That is also another danger. So this behavior is two sides, not just one side. So we have to help the people. If everything is good, then what is there to preach? That is what Prabhupada is saying it. So, but we have to train them and peacefully, tolerantly, and with kindness, with so much kindness. So that way, they can pick it up. Then, what are the methods of correction here? So, because we are planning to correct, right? How are we going to correct it? Yes, can someone else read it?
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Methods of correction. Correct by personal example and association. Guide the devotee to the shelter of a more advanced devotee. A junior devotee should not personally attempt to correct another devotee. He should reveal his heart to a senior devotee whom he feels at ease with and seek his assistance advice to adjust the situation. Harsh words and actions have no place in correcting a sincere devotee. we want to destroy the ignorance in the heart of a devotee and not the devotee himself.
Correct. This is a very important.
Correct.
To destroy the ignorance in the heart of a devotee, not the devotee himself. There are the two ways. Let me know if you can't hear. Seems like 10 o'clock my problem starts.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, voice is stuck.
No. We are able to hear.
And it's the important point.
Accepting corrections is very hard. Now I can't hear.
Yeah, now I just dialed with a different one. So that
Okay, yeah, accepting correction is hard.
right. So when we see something, we need to know how we can correct it, right? It's not like, okay, I saw it and I go and directly to them. I was like, oh, don't do this way, don't do this way. No, that's not the Vaishnava etiquette. Vaishnava etiquette is you have to go to them. When I see something, I have to go to them. See this way. And we have to take that role, what he is doing it, and we can say, look, do this way. So by personal example and giving him a good association, that's the one way, and they don't feel bad, And other one is, the best thing is, guide the devotee to take care. If you need any help, go and speak to this devotee. He is a very advanced and senior. He will help you. So this is the best way in a bhakti. Always, directing them to go to the advanced devotee. And at some level, he will guide it. After that, he has to point to the another advanced level. So that way we connect back to Prabhupada. And this is the dangerous one here. A junior devotee, if you and me both are a same level, and if I try to correct you, then you will be offended, and then there is a fight happens. So it is very, very dangerous. So according to the situation, we have to adjust and advise according to the situation only, right? So these are the various ways of but our goal should be not to trash him, but we have to help him to get rid of the ignorance. All right. So that is the methods of correcting the people. We have nothing to do it. Simply, you all remember it. I am not there to correct him. This is the point we have to come to it. And we have either two things. If you know his Shiksha Guru, go and talk to him. And if otherwise, you can, point to any advanced devotee. These are the best things in the bhakti. Because many people will not accept if we go and tell them directly. Because we have nowhere, we are not authorized, and at the same time, we are not at that level also. Isn't it? So it's very important. Then accepting corrections. So first topic is correcting the devotees, and now what is the mood to accept the corrections? Yes, can someone read?
Okay. Accepting corrections. If there is some sincere and honest criticism, printing is not good. Oriented, we should be grateful. Okay, we should be grateful and granted. He is grateful. Okay, let me see. It's correct. The printing is not.
Can I read? Can I read?
Go ahead, read.
Accepting corrections. If there is some sincere and honest criticism offered, we should be grateful, not upset to react negatively to well-intentioned correction is to manifest false ego. An advanced Vaishnava will see each and every correction offered as as the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prevention is better than cure. If all devotees take up the responsibility to develop proper awareness in their devotional behavior, the need for correction will be minimized.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
We'll
Krishna.
stop here, then we can go further. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
So here it says that the correction, or sometimes people even criticize it, and that can be offered because of the way every person have their own ways of dealing with the people. And let's say someone is I may understand that as a criticism. Hey, why you are doing this one? Something you always do the wrong way. So these kind of things are definitely we feel like as a criticism, but that doesn't mean that he is really criticizing us. So that's why anyone, either criticism or some suggestion, we have to be grateful. If this is the culture, we have to accept it, right? And when Rama, in the battle, the last day of the battle, he doesn't have any chariot also. Indra offered him. And Indra offered him the chariot, and Indra's chariot driver, Mathali. So Rama was very grateful to him. Why? Why is it really Rama needed the chariot and help from Indra? No. But Rama is showing that how to cultivate this humility. And with so much humble way, he is so grateful to Matali. So that is what a Vaishnava culture means, cultivating the humility. Not just the how many rounds, not the count of rounds and how much, a service I do it. I do the great service 24/7. It doesn't matter. Even after doing the number of rounds, after doing the so much service, if the humility is not cultivated, forget about it. So we'll stuck there. We are stuck there only. So that is very, very important. And we have to feel that I'm so grateful that, this is the mercy of the Lord. Because otherwise, what is the need for him to correct us, right? So we have to accept it. So we should not, even we know that he has a negative intention, but still, we have to be, when we respond to him, we have to be very, very careful. Because of that, these are the principles where we can advance. And when we do that way, because here he is saying that prevention is better than the cure. Sometimes, mother slaps it, means like she's stopping us to do some nonsense thing. That doesn't mean she has envy or she is, doesn't like it. No. So that's why every devotee have to take the responsibility. It's not like, okay, I always do like this. This is my way. It doesn't work that way. Yes, so far you are doing your way. It is fine. But we have to cultivate it, where the way we have to adopt the culture where Krishna can be placed, not that I wanted to be placed. All right? And every devotee have to feel responsible. So that way, today he told us, keep this plate here. And every day, every time we do the service, we have to keep it there only. He doesn't need to come and tell us all that every day we are doing the service. No. So that is how we have to feel responsibility. So when every devotee take up the responsibility and to develop the awareness in the others also. Because when we take the responsibility, we become exemplary to others. When we become exemplary to others, automatically they also learn properly. Yes, read the next one.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a doubt. Should I?
Sure. Go ahead. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, now you told the example of that chariot. So thing is, we should we develop gratitude? You're trying to tell us, or else the mankind. I mean,
no gratitude.
I don't under. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Prabhu.
So see, the human nature should be. This is a quality we already had it, but somehow in this material world, in the conditioned state, we lost it. Like a compassion, and if someone is helping us, we should, feel the gratitude forever. Not that only, oh, thank you so much for helping, and the next day, then it's like we slap it. Lifelong. I give you the other example. Bhishma and Drona in Mahabharata. They have taken the Duryodhana's food, even Shalya. And Bhishma, Drona, and they were eating Duryodhana's food. They know that. They don't want to fight on behalf of Duryodhana. But they sided Duryodhana's side. Why? Because of this, to show the gratitude.
Okay.
And Shalya also, just one night. Only one night he accepted Duryodhana's, the dinner festival. And he couldn't escape from it. Internally, he wanted to help Pandavas, but externally, since he had, accepted their, fest, and he sided towards the Kauravas. So that should be the, the mood always. And when it comes to, this is a human level we are talking. But when it comes to the, the Vaishnava level, we are grateful to everyone actually. Why we should be grateful? Because out of many conditioning states, every devotee, every Vaishnava is trying to please the Lord, right? So then we feel like, maybe he had so many problems at home, financially, physically, or mentally, or health-wise. Still, he's coming forward. Look at that. When we think this way, do you think we become envious to any other devotee? No. Because of our thought process. This is a very, very important, Mataji. We have to control our thought process itself. As soon as we get the negative thought, immediately we have to correct it. Oh, I got this negative thought. Is there a positive thought for for the same situation? What happens is, when we get the thought, right? One thought, you keep on repeating it, it becomes a choice for us. And when we keep on taking those choices, right? And it becomes a behavior. So thought become a choice, and a choice become a behavior. And that behavior creates experience and emotion. So thought is a wrong thought, isn't it? Our thought itself was a wrong or negative thought, and we keep on, thinking about the same thought, then it became a choice, and we use that. We think that is the true, isn't it? Many times we go to that situation. So that's why we have to have always the positive thought. Always. When the thought comes in the negative bucket, shift it there itself. Okay, maybe they have that situation. Maybe for them this situation is coming like this. Who knows? Immediately when we get the thought, and based on this thought, then again our choices can go, right? So that's why we are adopting the culture of the feeling the grateful to others. Is that okay, Mataji?
Got it, Prabhu, got it. Hare Krishna.
But this is very, very important. What kind of thought are we getting it? So when the thought comes, we have to see that The problem is in me, not other person actually. Because he is up to his capacity, he is trying to do his best. But the negative thought is in me, not other person. Other person may have a right opinion, right intention. But our understanding wrong, right? When our understanding is wrong, then do we need to correct him or do we need to correct us?
Both.
We need to correct ourselves, Prabhupada.
Right.
Yes,
We need to correct. No, we need to correct ourselves.
Right.
Why am I getting this wrong thought? Why am I getting this bad thought? Why am I getting this negative thought? Why am I getting into this criticism? Then we can correct the thought itself. When the thought is corrected, then our words, our bhava, our actions, we don't have to worry. But when the thought is bad and the action, we cannot control it, the action, because it's already, like a fired up, right? The gun is like a loaded and it's about to shoot it. And how long you can hold it not to shoot it? We'll shoot one time. So that's why we have to be very careful when the thought comes. Check it. Put the filter there. Every devotee have to put the filter there. Is it a good thought or bad thought? Immediately, this is a bad thought. Then we can go back. Is there a other way, maybe then that time we go and put our leg into his shoes. This is the Vaishnava culture. And if there is a need to correct it, we will correct it. No, we don't have to worry. But if there is no need, just accept it. Even by seeing the others, the Dattatreya treats like 26 the gurus, even birds, trees, animals as the gurus. So everything, when we open our heart to learn and accept, then everything is going to be a lesson to us, teaching to us. Right? So this is the mood. But how come we need to practice this? When we live in this kind of associated good people, then we can practice it. Otherwise, whatever we say that they just clap it, then we sit up, I think I am good. And look, our ego builds more and more. Right? Thank you, Mataji. Hope that helps.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, continue that, Mataji. Read that.
Okay. Can I read, Prabhu?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have mentioned about some criticism made by Jaya Govinda which upset you. I don't know exactly what is the point, but if there is some honest criticism, there should be no cause of becoming upset. Sri Prabhupada letter to Vrindavaneshwari. So we have to all cooperate among ourselves, otherwise what will people think if we ourselves fight with one another? A devotee is always idle in behavior. Sri Prabhupada letter to Patita Udharana.
Right. So this is the nature. Sometimes because we do not know the context and content, what situation they are, trying to, speak about us. And maybe we feel that it is a criticism. But if there is a honest criticism, accept it. We don't have to upset. If we become upset, then we lose it because we can't able to focus on the devotional service. But ultimately, we have to think about Prabhupada, not about us. When we think about us, then these problems will come. That means we are in a bhakti, but that bhakti is in the material. We contaminating the bhakti. But when we think about the Prabhupada, what Prabhupada is saying, cooperate no matter what the other person condition is. Maybe he is our enemy, but still we have to cooperate in the devotional service, not in a personal way. Personally, we may not have a good ties, but when it comes to the devotion, we all have to come forward. Yes, either our enemies are, planning some devotional service, we have to go and help them. And if we start the devotional service, and they have to come, because this is how Prabhupada wanted us, right? That is the ideal behavior. If we fight ourselves, then the others take it as a, this process. They blame the process. This is the responsibility we have to carry forward. What is the Prabhupada mood? Am I pleasing Prabhupada? No matter how many rounds you do it, no matter how much service we did, before we spoke, no matter what we do it, but if we are not cooperative, that means we have a problem in our behavior. We have to correct it. Yes, now the appearance. Maybe we'll come back to this appearance part little later, where we put the tilak and all. You all know that very well. Tilak and the beads also. Tulsi neck beads and dress and general
Prabhuji, at least
appearance.
we can read, right? Quick read, at least.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Okay.
No, we will come back.
Okay.
But sometimes we may miss it. Yeah,
Okay.
We'll read from here. Yes, can someone read it?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I will read Prabhu.
Yeah.
Personal habits. Personal cleanliness should be maintained always. After waking up, first drink water kept overnight in a copper vessel, then brush your teeth. Hands should be washed properly with soap after using the toilet, touching the flush or toilet lid, etc. Only the left hand is used to clean oneself after passing stool. Where possible, devotees use water rather than toilet paper after passing stool. When flushing the toilet, lower the toilet lid first as bacteria travel always 2 meters into the air. When flush is used, toilet lid and toilet door should be kept closed always. It's a good practice to keep. Just inside the toilet, a pair of slippers for use solely in the toilet, as many people wear socks when entering the toilet. In warmer countries where socks are not worn, then feet should be washed after entering the toilet. Clean clothes and other items should not be kept on the toilet seat. One should then bath in water that is not too hot. A cold splash to conclude one's bath is healthy and refreshes body and mind for meditation. Sannyasis should bath 3 times a day. Grihasthas and brahmacharyas at least twice a day. Bath should be taken after rising in the morning. Long naps of more than an hour, passing stool, shaving, completing excessively perspiring or being contaminated in any way, for example, after visiting crematoriums or cleaning the toilets. NB, if a bath cannot be taken after passing stool for intense vessel at work, then at least one's arms should be washed up to the elbows and mouth. Then after wearing fresh clothes begins the day sadhana. Hands and mouth should be washed after passing water. Hands should always be washed with soap after touching any unclean parts of the body, especially any of the openings of the body or body roots. Washing hands with water alone is sufficient after touching hair, tears and exudations from the eyes. Nails should be kept clean and clipped short approximately every 4 days. Having one's bath, nails should be flushed down sink or toilet.
Yeah, 1 second, Mataji. Okay, as a grihasthas can should take 2 times bath, and the sannyasis should take at least 3 times. And usually in the morning, we should drink some water. because this is a very good for health also, right? People say that, and according to Ayurveda, because when the germs and everything is in the mouth, and when you drink it, then you brush it. And if you take a long nap, is there like more than an hour? If we sleep more than an hour during the daytime, we have to take the bath at least for 2 hours. Like up to 2 hours is fine, but more than 1 hour we have to take a bath again, or any shaving or anything. Again we have to sweat. We get too much sweat, then that time we have to take it. So, and when we at the work, at least hands or sprinkling the water and reciting that Om Apavitra Pavitra mantra, and before we touch the beads or anything. So that can be done too, right? So yes, continue that, Mataji, or someone else can read it.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
I will read, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay, Mataji.
We get nails should be clean, kept clean and clipped short approximately for every 4 days before having one spa. Nails should be flushed down, skin or toilet. Brahmana initiates should wrap their sacred threads around their right ear while using the toilet and while bathing. Wash hands before honoring prasadam. Wash hands and mouth after honoring prasad. Wash hands after drinking water if vessel is touched to the lips. Do not spit while eating. Do not spit on water. Devotees should eat carefully so not to spill prasad. One should take rest for about 6 to 6.5 hours every night. Too much sleep or too little sleep is not good for your Krishna consciousness. One should try to sleep on the floor or on a hard surface. Luxurious soft beds should be avoided. Sleeping with one's head pointing east or south is helpful. Sleeping with one's head pointing east or south is helpful. It is best to sleep on one's left side. If not possible, then on one's back, but never on one's stomach. One should not waste Krishna's energy like electricity, water, etc. One should turn off the lights and tap whenever and wherever they are not required. One should spend Krishna's money carefully and responsibly, asking oneself if this expenditure is really necessary for enhancing Krishna's service. Only the right hand should be used for reading, chanting on beads, offering something, accepting something, etc.
Right. So here, thank you, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada, is giving all instruction, every level. Every time we go and, go to the bathroom, he says that use the slippers. Only bathroom slippers, not a house. And when the slippers are used in a bathroom, never bring them into the house or into the kitchen. If you can keep the kitchen slippers separate and bathroom slippers separate. And every time we have to wash our hands. And every time when the people get the Brahmanical Diksha, so they should be very careful. I have to use my this one, to the right ear. So when we go to that. And that is another thing. And prasadam, when we are honoring the prasadam, we have to wash hands, and after prasadam we have to wash the mouth also, because when we don't wash the mouth, that means our mouth is still contaminated. And one time what happened in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and this Pumsavana Vrata, the Diti was doing the Pumsavana Vrata, and she wanted to have a son who can kill the Indra. And the Indra is just waiting, because Kashyapa told her every instruction you have to clean your mouth after, eating it. And sometimes she was so tired, she ate something and she did not clean her mouth. And Indra entered that time into her stomach, and he tried to kill it, but that is what called the Maruts. So 49 Maruts came out. He cut all the pinda into 7 pieces, and that each piece again into 7. So they all became they became servants of Indra. So Indra considered them as the devatas. So that's a different pastime. But after meal, we have to wash our hands as well as mouth too, and do not split while eating it. That is another thing. And the next thing is, do not sleep too much or not too little. So 6 and 6.5 hours sleep is good enough. Not more than 7 hours. At least not more than 7 hours. More than 7 hours is like our Krishna consciousness, we cannot do the sadhana. Because we want it to be in a mode of goodness, 6 hours to 6.5 is the perfect. Right? And here he says that avoid the luxurious soft beds. That is always, we know that it is a problem. But today's world, everyone is people say that if I sleep down, I can't go to sleep. But luckily, I'm following this principle. I always sleep on the floor. So, and the head should be pointed while sleeping. A gruhastha head should be pointed to the south always. And non-married or brahmachari can be east side. Alright? So, and always try to sleep on your left side or on the back, not on the stomach. Don't sleep on the stomach. And this is very, very important. Prabhupada, even when he was in Los Angeles, when he was going on a walk, if he sees someone's tap overflowing it, he used to cut it down. And the lights or anything, because that is not his job, but he knew that is the Krishna's energy. Too much utilizing too much water, wasting water means it is the Krishna's energy, we are wasting it. Right? And electricity, if you don't need the light, turn it off. Because everything is a Krishna's energy. And even the finance, we have to use finance very carefully and responsibly. So, where we need to spend, we have to spend. If we don't want to spend, don't spend on it. And always use the right hand for eating prasadam and offering something to the God or to give anyone. Always right hand is the best. Yes. Continue, Lakshmi Mataji, that one paragraph and someone else can read it.
Generally, pets should...
Yeah, go ahead.
Generally, pets should not be kept by devotees. They create unnecessarily attachments, and we are warned of this in scriptures in the story of Bharat Maharaj. It is also unhygienic to keep pets. Please do not bathe after passing stool, and cats, for example, would be eating other animals while wandering outside. They are also a nuisance to others as they pass stools in others' gardens. If devotees already have pets, then only vegetarian items, feeds should be fed to them until the pet can be responsibly handed over to another caring.
Right. So here is talking about the pets. How the pets. They say that recommended is do not keep the pets. But if we already have it, before we come to Krishna consciousness, what can we do? So then feed only the prasadam for them. And slowly hand over it to the other persons. Because it contaminates the house. When it contaminated, we cannot touch the deities. So now the next one is the menstruation. Can someone read it?
Can I read, Prabhu? Or someone else is interested? Already I've got a chance.
Yes. Shani Mataji or Swayam Prabha or
Shani Mataji. Shani Mataji.
Okay,
no, I'm driving
okay.
home now. So let someone else read. Thank you.
I don't want you to read again. You are only doing one task. Good. Sunita Mataji? Sautama. Yes, Swayam Prabha. Go ahead.
Okay. Correct. Menstruation.
Generally, during a woman's menstrual cycle, she is considered ritualistic, impure, and there are many things that she should avoid doing. The guardians below is general guardians and may need to be adjusted according to time, place, and circumstance. It applies for the first 72 hours of menstruation, or ideally until bleeding has completely stopped. Temple. She should not enter into any of the deity areas, Pujari's room, Tulsi house, and kitchens. She may enter the temple room, ideally staying towards the back half of the temple room. She should not touch any of the devotees who are or who will be performing deity worship or related services. She should not touch anything which will be used directly in the service of the deities. She should not make garlands nor stitching deities' clothes, etc. She should not water Tulsi nor circumambulate her. She should not take parts in yajnas or offer oblation to the fire. She should not serve prasad to devotees.
Yes, so when the woman menstrual period, that monthly cyclic periods, so first it applies for the 72 hours, or sometimes some people get the longer days also, but mostly the 3rd days after they can they should not stop. So one is the temple, and one place is at the home. So based on the situation. And some people say that, oh, I don't come to the temple. No, that is not an excuse. We still can go. But we don't touch half of the backside. We can stay away and not to touch the pujaris or, who are directly involving to worship the deities, or any paraphernalia directly can be used for Krishna. So otherwise, we can go and, take the darshan of the devotee, right? So, and when the home, yes, go ahead, Mataji. Go ahead, read the next one.
Home program, Prabhuji.
Home onwards.
Home. As far as one's home is concerned, Mataji should try to maintain the above standard where possible. In some cases, it may not be practical and possible to do that, as there may be no one else available to do the cooking, etc. In such cases, Matajis may do the needful to fulfill their domestic obligation, and at the same time also see that their household deities are taken care of. Other members of the family, as far as possible, should help in this regard.
Right. Continue the programs also.
Programs. One should not serve prasad at programs and should avoid cooking for others if possible. Chanting and reading. Can I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
During this period, chanting on japa beads and reading of Srila Prabhupada's book should continue. There can be no material impediment to the chanting of the holy name. Cleansing on the 4th day of the cycle, that is after 72 hours, or ideally once bleeding has completely stopped, the woman should take a full bath, which includes the washing of hair. She should wear clean clothes, bed sheets, towels, and all other linen should be changed. The husband should change his sacred thread after the wife has completed her period of impurity. After her bath, she should first visit the temple and pay obeisances to the deities.
Right. So in the temple, we know that we still can go to the temple, but in the home, we try to maintain the similar standards, but sometimes, most of the time, it is not possible. So in that case, they still can cook, and but the other person, husband, can offer after purifying the mantras. So that will help, because the deities cannot be cannot be kept without feeding them. So deities have to be taken care. So they still can cook. because there is no other person. If the other person is there, so that's good. And in the program also, they cannot serve, like the serving the prasadam. We don't have to do that. Someone else is there, and we don't have to cook for the programs. And the chanting and reading, they need to be continued. So for that, there is no contamination. And after 4th day, 3rd days, then they can take the full bath. All the bed sheet and everything need to be changed, and they wear new washed clothes, clean cloth, and they can take up the process again. Right? So that is what we are going to. Maybe we'll stop here. For any questions, we can take it. And the boga, it should be here. Cooking is there. We'll come back. But I just wanted to, go through the first thing is because of the dangerous things I wanted to go through fast. So it is very, very. So this is the section we will go through in the next class. Dealing with various categories of persons, how we deal with the gurus, and how we deal with the senior Vaishnavas, and how we deal with the sannyasis, and how we deal with the other Vaishnavas. So how we can, establish the communication or relationship. So we work on this part 6, the next class. Any questions, comments, Matajis? Hope this is interesting and we are learning something. Because these are the proper guidelines. Because we get so many doubts while, doing all this. Anyone have any questions or comments?
I think it's very informational, very good. But again, the level of relationship is very important before you confront. Like you said, referring to hierarchical person may be appropriate. But if you have a good friend, you have a good relationship, and you can correct the friend without any problem, and
Correct.
Your friend will accept it without any problem of criticism.
Exactly, because that is very important. That's why we always have a good relationship with other Vaishnavas. See, when we become humble, when we cultivate the humility, this is where the problems are coming. And this is where most of the devotees are not aware of it and not cultivating it. They think like a egoistical, we all take that as a ego. Ego comes in means there is no humility, means no bhakti. Simple formula.
Right.
Because Rama himself is cultivating the humility and is teaching us the lesson. Cultivate the humility. See,
That's why it's called Maryada Purushottam. Because it's called Maryada Purushottam.
I'll tell you one thing. To achieve Krishna, we need a spiritual guru. The first one we needed is spiritual guru. We have to take the mantra from him. That is the first step. And the second step is, and we need a trainer who can help us in every level. So that means the trainer is called Shiksha Guru. So we need him. And you think of the Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru is good enough? No. We need devotee blessings, other Vaishnava blessings. And you think that this Vaishnava blessings are good enough? Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, and the devotee blessings? Anyone have any idea? Only these 3 are good enough?
No, I think association.
No, one more is there. We need the Devata's blessings too.
Oh, yeah.
We need a Devata's
but
blessings
if
also.
Krishna's blessing is there, is Devata too.
No, Krishna, to get the Krishna blessing, these things are needed. You remember these things. We need a Diksha Guru, we need a Shiksha Guru trainer, and we need a devotee blessings. How do we get the devotee blessings? When we go and serve them humbly, then they give us the blessings. If you challenge them, they curse us. When they curse us, then Krishna will correct us. As like you go and check that devotee. You have a enmity with that devotee. Go back and correct it. Come back. So we have to take one more life. And lastly, we need the Devata's blessings. The Devata blessings. How do we get the Devata blessings? We get the Devata blessings when we worship the Guru. Because all the Devatas are residing in a Guru himself. Sarvadevamayam Guru. So, Devatas, all the Devatas are residing in a Guru. When we worship the how many Devatas? 33 crore Devatas are inside the Guru body.
Wow.
And when we worship the Guru, and then 33 crore Devatas also pleased, then Krishna will be pleased. If any step is missing, then we have to come back. I said, like, go check that. So for all this, the simple formula is cultivate the humility. Any person will you approach with humbleness. That's it. When we
Prabhuji, one doubt, Prabhuji. Actually, you said we were talking about Vaishnava Aparadha, actually. Now, one devotee, it's my friend actually. She's very best. She's my best friend, and now she's residing in Coimbatore. But we used to treat the both of us treat as she's my very close friend. I used to scold her, and in some way but she will not do. After becoming a devotee, she's very soft and she will accept everything of mine. That means I am doing aparadha for her on my side, Prabhuji.
No, it is not, because when there is a love established, even you slap, they think that, like a jokingly, you are doing it. But there is no relationship. Even you go with so much love and affection, they think like you are like a pulling their leg, right? So relation is the biggest thing. So that as long as that relationship is maintained, you are trying to help them. And
for everything, that devotee will laugh and she will accept. We are just like friends, Prabhuji. I cannot treat her like I'm looking her as a Vaishnava after this teaching, and then I had a doubt whether I'm doing any aparadha.
No, like, but we have to be very, very careful. Today it may not be the aparadha, but the tendency, when we build the tendency, and that later we may become, like some pride, or I know better, like wanted to correct. So that should not become. So we have to be very careful also. That's why even wife and husband relationship also, we have to keep them, they are the Vaishnavas. That is a baseline. And it is not like, okay, I have every right to scold you, every right to, like a flash PM you. No. Because of it should be that the boundary is there. Boundary is Vaishnava. You have to pay obeisances. Even husband has to pay obeisances. Then we should not cross that level. When we cross that level, that means our ego is completely captured us. So the bottom line is the Vaishnava. So on top of the Vaishnava, you can deal with whatever the ways. But you should not come downside of it. Because when we come to the downside of it, there are every danger we make all the aparadhas. But up to this level, it is good.
So, Prabhuji, for example, I'm telling, now if I hug that my friend, then I, jokingly I'm telling, see, I'm getting all your bhakti and other things. You did all these things, so I'm getting all these things now for me. So this way and all, shall I talk to her? Because I'm getting a lot of confusions.
No, there is no confusion. Just keep doing your job. Don't worry about others, how they are doing it.
Okay.
Our job is try to connect to the source, the senior advanced devotees. Because, like your job is bring them and connect to this. Because this is how our process is. You know? So that is called
because she tells so many things about other things rather than this preachings and other things. And every day or 2 days once we talk, and she says so many things. I'm getting so many informations from her. Since she's my friend.
Because
She's
there's like so many information for the Krishna related ones.
all Krishna content.
So then continue it. As long as like friendly conversation is always good, about Krishna is always good. No worries.
Yeah.
Yes, someone else wanted to have a question.
Hare Krishna, Papuji, Dandavatnam. Sorry, I had a meeting that I had to attend, so I started late. What exactly were you reading from? Because I missed the beginning.
Yeah, this is a Vaishnava Etiquette book.
Okay.
So in this Vaishnava Etiquette book, we are, reading that how we, dealing with the Vaishnavas, how we are dealing with the, the temple, how we are dealing with the deities, how we are, our personal behavior, and everything we are discussing it. Personality, and at the time of personal habits versus and how our hair should be, our dress should be, our tilak should be, neck bead, how it should be, everything. This is the guide which will help us, and how to correct the other devotees, and how to accept the correction from other devotees. Today we discuss this, how to correct, what are the methods to correct, and how we can accept the corrections from someone else also. Alright, Mataji? So this is very, very important. If we miss this one, this is like really we are going to miss a lot.
And you said it's a Vaishnava guidebook?
Yeah, Vaishnava Etiquette.
Oh, Vaishnava Etiquette. Is that book available online? Or
you should get that PDF somewhere online. I can share. Otherwise, I can share you the link also. You can go through it.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Anyone? Any other questions here? Prasiddha Mataji, you have any questions, comments?
No, Prabhu. That was my last doubt for the session.
Thank you.
It is very informational, but there is some of the Brahmanas already use this kind of personal hygiene stuff. They're very strict, and the other information is very informational too. That's great.
Yeah, because we get the every day-to-day life, and this course, everyone have to complete it, even before we get into the Diksha also.
Right. But the thing is, they expect women not to visit temples and sacred places during that time.
No, but you just read it, right? Because that is just to escape.
Right.
That is the karma kanda process.
Yeah, that's the only question I had. So.
Yeah, that's the karma kanda process. But we are not this body. See the formula. The first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna consider himself as a body. So he started seeing everything through the body. But the Krishna, first lesson of Bhagavad Gita is, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this ego, I am the soul. At the soul level, there is no contamination. And we have to feed the soul always. We are taking the time to clean the body every day, at least 30 minutes. And are we giving at least 30 minutes to the soul also?
No.
So then that is a problem. So soul is permanent, eternal, and he is the one. As long as he is there, this body is helpful. Otherwise, it is a dead body.
Right.
So the same way we have to practice this. No matter, that's what I am saying. No matter 50 years you go to the temple, and our ego is going to be like that. Our our lust is going to be like that. Our same greed, Same envy, same pride, everything is same, even after going 50 years. Because the contamination, the sins can be removed only from the yoga. Yoga means either karma yoga, jnana yoga, or bhakti yoga.
Bhakti yoga.
Bhakti yoga. So the seed, because the sins, as soon as we become a jnana yogi, the karma will, all the sin will go away. When the sin will go away, then we see the things clearly. But if you go and keep doing the, the activities, worshipping the deities and all that, you go and come back, and no education is happening, no knowledge is happening, then it becomes only punya karma. And punya karma is also one way of contamination.
Right.
And we have to come back. So that's why Krishna is clearly telling in the last class we discussed it. First lesson of the Bhagavad Gita is, I am not this body, I am a soul. Second lesson is, you have to execute your swadharma. That's the second one. And the third lesson he gives is, that swadharma, without getting the result, how you can do it. That is a bhakti yoga, buddhi yoga.
Right.
We still do the swadharma, but no reaction, without reaction. So beautifully. Like the last class we discussed all these 3 points.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a doubt, but it's not related to this class, but it is related to the temple. Can I ask here?
Sure.
Is it the right forum?
Yeah, go ahead. You can see if we can answer or not, but personally answer or collectively, but you can convey the question. Please.
Yeah. Thing is, Prabhu, once I started visiting Krishna temple, I don't feel like visiting other temples. Am I committing a mistake here?
No.
Why? Why you think it is a mistake?
Because I'm not visiting other temples, Prabhu. Like I'm much towards Krishna temple. I'm much more satisfied and relieved. I feel relieved once I step into the temple itself. So I don't feel like visiting other temples. So I'm having this doubt since long, but I don't know where and when to ask and to whom to get clarified.
See, when we were the kids, we never used to go home directly. We used to go different homes. This friend home, that friend home, this friend home, that friend home. Then we used to go there. But after the marriage, if we go to home, we go directly to straight to home. Did you ever get the question that why I am going to this, like the directly home, I am not going visiting other places?
No, brother, no.
No, right? So you think that is wrong, not visiting other places? It is not wrong too, right? Because that time, like childishly, we were doing all this. Going every home, like knocking door and, throwing the stones here and there, like all kinds of things. But now, you found your home.
Okay. Got
and
it.
you're feeling this is your home.
Got it.
And that's why you wanted to, as soon as you start from the temple, you just come to the home only. Right? Because this is yours. And the same way, this is how you feel it. This is my home. And then, no one have a right to ask the question to, and everyone should appreciate you. Actually, if you go individual houses after marriage also, and the people, instead of saying that why you are not coming, and they appreciate you, right? Oh, this lady is exemplary. Because she's going home straight. She's, right? You're going home. Then they also appreciate it. They don't feel bad actually. Similarly, if we go to the Krishna temple, other devatas where you are before visiting, they don't feel like, like why you are going, why you are not coming. No, they feel like they're happy. Haribol, like you've gone to the right place.
Okay, got it.
Same doubt. I too had same doubt, Prabhuji. But as Prashida Mataji asking, going to other temples, I'm not that much interested. Am I doing? So that was also my question. Am I doing aparatha? I'm not that much interested.
No, the same answer, same one. The example which I explained it. Like not going other homes. Is that aparatha? You felt? Did you feel any time? It's like this about.
Going there, after going to the other temple, I'm not interested that much. I'm doing so. Am I doing aparatha?
No, it is not. It's not aparatha. It is the right thing to do it. Everyone will end of the day. Even Krishna says that in the 9th chapter. Why you want to do in the indirect ways? Look, you already have a direct way. You are already coming to me, and Krishna is saying, "Look, there is a direct way. You can come to me." And if people say that, "Oh, I still wanted to go indirect way," I say, "Look, that's fine."
No, Prabhuji, no, that is not my question. See, I'm going to the other temple. There are other devatas. I'm giving respect. That is, to what extent I have.
Why you are going other devatas? You tell me. Why you are going other devatas?
Because it's a must, Prabhuji. Suppose, for example, it's our family temple or something like that.
External situation counts a lot, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to understand the purpose of visiting other temples. What compelling you to go to the other temples?
Maybe duty, Prabhuji, sir. Duty to go and.
Because with the family members wanted to go. See, there are two ways. Other family members are attached to other temples, so I have to accompany them. That is okay. That is okay. You go there and you pay obeisances. You just don't even worry about I'm a Krishna devotee. How you supposed to do it, you do it. No problem.
That's what Prabhuji I'm asking. That much interest I'm not getting when I enter the temple.
No. See, that is not right. That is not right too. When you go to the temple, don't feel that I'm a Krishna devotee. We are all servants of this person also because of he is a representative. See, I'll tell you one example. The guru, like you wanted to worship a guru, but guru not able to come, and a guru representative is coming. When guru representative is coming, how you are going to handle with him? You have to treat him like the same as a guru because of he is a representative of guru, right? Guru is not coming. I am not feeling like I am, serving this fellow. That means you have only affection to one person. When we love Krishna, we love everyone. This is the formula.
No, Prabhuji. What is my thing is, there people are coming, same people are coming, but I find a lot of difference in our ISKCON temple devotees and those devotees. They are just coming to...
See, losing the interest is not offense. You losing the interest. See, you are going with someone else.
Yes.
You are going with someone else. That means you are just fulfilling your duty only there. Right?
Okay.
So, then you don't have to feel. Yeah, we all have that feeling. Yes, I'm a Krishna devotee. That is fine. But keeping that, I don't go there. We don't have to show and present it.
Yes.
It's all internal process. But when we go, see, dutifully you are going there, worship them, pray them.
Yeah.
Pray them in a way that, please, help this person, to send back to Krishna.
Exactly.
Utilize that time to worship him, and I need to progress and send this person to Krishna, please. So we have to worship them. We will pray to them. And we have to pray to them for our spiritual benefit, not for the material things. Right? So then there is no aparadha.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, got it. Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you. Just keep doing it. keep doing it and the way you are, and don't be careful when, often offensive ways, but focus on, see, be only careful of that, we don't go crossing the border. But rest of the time we will be, taking care of our home only, right? See, there is a fence between our rivals and our land, right? And we don't have to worry about them all the time, right? We worry about our activities only. But when we go closer to our fence, our border, at that moment, not stepping into their land, we just keep in our, stay in our land only. That's the only moment we have to be worry about it. Otherwise, just keep developing your land. Similarly, we have to focus on our internal bhakti, our bhakti only. But when we're dealing with other devotees, the best weapon is approach them humbly. That's it. As soon as you approach them humbly, then they will bless you. When they bless you, when you get the number of blessings, then you progress. And at the same time, you worship your guru. Guru means he could be anyone. You may have 10 people. You may be taking the training from 10 people. Consider him as a guru. You have to have a good feeling, good, a respect in the core of the heart, always, not just today. And tomorrow, that guru may be wrong to you. But as of that time, he was good, right? So you feel up to that time so grateful to him. If you don't like him, stay away, but you don't have to, go into the wrong side of it. Always, this is what our culture, our bhakti means, cultivating not imitating, cultivating the humility, not imitating the humility. Don't imitate, I am your humble servant, then you kick him. That's not going to work. In the writings we write it, I am your servant. But when we come to closer, then we say we never feel like we are your servant. Right? But we have to feel that way. When we feel that natural humility, that will protect us in the bhakti. All right? Saurabh Prabhuji, do you have any comments, questions, or anything to share?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No Prabhuji. All good.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. So thank you so much for joining, and we all see you. Don't miss this one. Mataji, Ramesh Prabhuji and Sridevi Mataji.
Maybe they went somewhere, program Prabhuji, or any seva, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I actually messaged them.
Convey them this topic before their initiation. This need to be completed.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Damodar Seva, they have gone.
The Damodar month, right? Full day, evening.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This need to be completed before their the Diksha.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, convey them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we have to adjust timings.
Okay, Prabhuji.
One more quick question. It's the Vaishnava Etiquette handbook by Prabhupada, right? Because there's another one by somebody else.
Yeah, there are two books available. One is from Bhakti Charu Maharaj, one is from Govardhan Eco Village. So, Radhanath Maharaj's side of it. So, either book is fine.
I found one that says it's Bhakti Etiquette and Lifestyle, and at the bottom it says by Srila Prabhupada.
Bhakti Charu Swami. So, he wrote it. Yeah. But before Diksha itself, we need to know this principles. Because Vaishnava etiquette is important. If we don't know this, then we keep doing it, we're not progressing it. That is what happens. It's a good book because it's you know that, right? Very informative, and all questions will be cleared with this. All right. So thank you so much, Mataji, Prabhuji. So we'll all see you next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare.